Hey up, guys. I just wanted to come back with some recent ads. I've got quite a lot. Well, not quite a lot, but a fair chunk of the old collection has left the clutter cave, so to speak. But we've got incoming all the time. So I've just, as I said in my previous vid, I'm just refreshing a lot of the collection, and sort of offloading stuff that's not really getting touched, basically. So again, just to keep it nice and fresh. So just a few little bits to show you, starting with a couple of specky games. This game has evaded my capture in for so long. I should have never let it go in first place. I swear to God I will be holding on to this one because it is a tricky little bugger to get. It's not rare, it's just hard to get hold of for some reason these days. It's Saboteur 2 Avenging Angel big box. It's not the best copy I've seen. The box has seen better days. It's a bit yellowed. It's a bit dog-eared is the inlay side. In fact, I think the hinge is a bit, yeah, it's a bit mullered is the box, to be fair, but it's the lovely Durrell software blue cassette there. But again, nevertheless, so happy to get that back in the collection. It's such a long time trying to get it back. So well chuffed about that. This one I got off a guy, I think it was one of either Martin, I think it was Martin Cutting, off the Facebook group, one of the Sinclair, the main Sinclair Spectrum group. This is awesome artwork on this. So Jailbreak, Konami's Jailbreak. Yes, we've got a lot of old sticker residue. Might be able to work something out with that, I think, putting a little bit of effort and elbow grease. But super cool. You got the instruction manual there as well. So these boxes, I mean, I haven't seen too many of these. Can't imagine them all. I mean, when you consider how old that is and how well that box has survived, 40 plus years. So yeah, and happy birthday to the ZX Spectrum today. I know it's a bit of a landmark day for the Specky today. But yeah, well happy to have that. I mean, look at that artwork. Great. I mean, this will, I don't know, I think it's only about £3.50 because it knocked it down because of that sort of residue mess on the front there. But well happy. This I've got to thank Champion 2D Rob from his video. Pointed this one out to me. Probably best book in my bloody collection when I think about it. It's look at this, go straight. I mean, look at the thickness of that. I think you can pick this up for about £30. So it's another absolute belter from Bitmap Books. All about, your 2D side-scrolling beat-em-ups, really. Just about every single game you can think of in there. There really is. It's such a fabulous book, and it's one that's going to I'll pore over for weeks and months to come. I think it's just one of them where you can savor every page. But that is a tome, that isn't it? So yeah, check that out, guys. I'm sure you'll be aware of it anyway. But Bitmap makes some fantastic books, as I've shown in previous videos before. But thanks for that, Rob. Good shout out with that. A couple of games I've got off NES games that Aunt Harper had advertised for sale. I've jumped straight on them. So they are modern sort of releases by this Mad Mega Cat Studios. One of them is actually pre-production one. I can't remember which one it is. However, so the first one, Logjammers. I've got this in the, I won't take it out. So this is actually it's got a clear cartridge inside this, a clear green cartridge. It's super cool. I haven't played it as yet. But yeah, they're as new anyway. I didn't even look like he'd taken them out of the box, to be honest with you. So well happy to get them. I'd had a quick scoot around and there's very, very little copies anywhere of these. So I think it were a case of, you to jump onto the bandwagon when they were announcing the release of them, sort of type deal, I assume. I'd never actually heard of Mega Cat Studios until, I looked into this. So this is like a bit of a strikes me as type one-on-one type beat 'em up deal, but I will give it a go when I get round to it. So that's the first one. The second one, this Creepy Brawlers, another one. This one is actually a pre-production copy, and it said there's a bit like a. I won't get. The thing is with this, I don't know what's gone wrong with this. So I've got these protective boxes, these cases, and these two games are just slightly oversized, and I just can't quite get this into the box, into the the sleeve. Unfortunately, I know it looks like it will close, but it was starting to even almost. Can you see that where it's starting to not damage, but slightly just crease? And I daren't. In fact, it's so tight. Believe it or not, I was thinking of taking it out. Just so I can, it looks a bit daft having that, that lid unclosed, but it's so tight, I'd have to cut it out of the box. It took so long to get it in. It's so fucking tight. So I'm assuming they're just slightly, ever so slightly over, the standard NES box size, because these are official NES, cases. Protective cases that I've used for all my other games. So yeah, but yeah, look at that, and it's super cool. So another, beat 'em up, one-on-one beat 'em up type affair, I think. But again, I will get round to playing them. So a big thanks to Ant for that. Sorry, and I know that I won't mention the prices, but they were very, very reasonable. I was well happy to grab them. I'm sure they'd have gone quickly if I hadn't. So yeah, pretty cool stuff from NES there. And the last one, so I'd moved out my boxed SNES, which were quite minty with that version, that particular model that I had. It was the Street Fighter 2 boxed one. I flogged it because it were almost, I know I've mentioned like this sort of stuff before, where they're almost too good just to have boxed, and then it were too good to have out. I just wanted not a rougher version, but I didn't really wasn't that bothered about getting knocked about and stuff. But I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone with this. So I've got this one. Obviously it's quite yellow, the usual discoloration there. But what this is, it's got the super sick, super CIC and ULGR enabled. So it's multi-region, effectively. So we've got a 50, 60 Hz switcher on it. Switchless. You just hold down, I think it's the reset button, and it'll change to, swap over to NTSC. So that's pretty cool. They're not mega expensive, this one. I will be getting. I'm going to probably go down that SD2 SNES route, I think, and sort of go emulated, all off one cart. That's the goal for that. So I can more or less play anything then just on one, through that. I didn't choose. I mean, I could have gone all out and gone for full fat version, which has the D-Jitter, the DAC, the one chip, all singing, all dancing version of this, but it's practically double the price. And I couldn't really justify it, so I just thought I'd get this. I mean, you can pick these up from anywhere from about 70 quid. It's all been cleaned out inside and out. It's been recapped and stuff, so it should last me now. I've got the what is it? Oh man, I forgot the name of the cable. Anyway, I've got the cable that can run it RGB. So that'll do fine. I've got loads of, spare pads and stuff. I'll get the SD2 SNES cart, and jobs are good, and as far as I'm concerned then. So yeah, that is it. Short and sweet. I just thought I'd show these grabs while I had chance. Thanks ever so much for watching. Please do like, share, sub, all that jazz, comment, and I will come back very shortly with some more crap. If you haven't checked out my other little channel, Burnt Out's Movie and Music Club, please do. I'm trying to populate that with a bit of content now as well. As I said before, it's probably not everyone's bag, everyone's cup of tea, but I'm sure someone will... must be someone out there that'll get a little bit of enjoyment out of it. So yeah, check that out if you get a chance. That's Burnt Out Movie and Music Club. Right, guys, I'll bugger off. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll be back soon. Long live the retro!